Hello and welcome to this short video presentation to introduce the APMG-International Agile Project Management course. My name is Russell and I will be taking you through the highlights of what Agile Project Management is and show you the main areas that this course covers. The APMG International Agile Project Management course is based on the DSDM framework, which is the longest established approach to Agile and was launched back in 1995. This might sound quite surprising to some of you who understand that Agile is a new way of working, when in reality I was using the methods in this framework 20 years ago. It wasn't called Agile back then, but we used the term RAD projects, or Rapid Application Development, to give it its full title. Agile Project Management sits in between DSDM and the Agile Program Management Guidance, so it acts as a link to developing projects in an agile fashion while still being able to integrate with other established and proven management frameworks such as Prince2 and ITIL Service Management. So, what is Agile? In essence, the term Agile is an umbrella term for the ways of working in an agile fashion. If you search for Agile in an internet search engine, you will probably get returned lots of references to things like Scrum, Kanban, Lean, and others. This has led to a bit of misconception that these methods on their own define Agile project management. For example, Scrum is one of the ways of working in an agile fashion. It's not Agile project management in its entirety. As you can see from the slide, there are a few ways of working in an agile way. Some of them are seen as lighter approaches in terms of framework application and governance that are focused more on development, while there are more extensive approaches that have more guidance on how to use Agile, whilst having more management structure on the project when it's needed. So the term Agile covers both these areas and is seen not so much as one of these methods, but more of a way of working. This way of working has been defined in the Agile Manifesto shown here. Now, working in an agile way means that we work with a focus on the areas in red on the left of these statements. It doesn't mean we ignore the areas in black on the right. It's just that if we work in an agile fashion, we value the ways on the left over the ways on the right. For example, we prefer to deliver something that works rather than spend our time writing about it. We would therefore write a product description once it's finished rather than fully document it at the beginning. Following on from the manifesto, the Agile philosophy has been developed to support it. The philosophy really does emphasize certain areas, such as the importance of understanding the business reasons for doing the project. We still require a business case, even if we are agile. Empowering people to make their own decisions in their own areas. Experts do know what they are talking about, after all. And so we give empowerment to the team level in agile projects. Encouraging a more collaborative working culture. Teams are comprised of all the relevant stakeholders that will have an interest or can influence the project, so they can all work together to accomplish the goals. Accepting that change is inevitable and that the first delivery will not be the last delivery, but the solution will evolve over time. Having seen then that Agile has a different philosophy towards how work happens over the more traditional approach to projects, there are a number of concepts to help us work in this way. One of the major changes is the way we approach the project variables of time, cost, quality and features, commonly regarded as the iron triangle of project management. The triangle on the left for traditional projects shows that time, cost, and sometimes quality can vary, so we can deliver all of the features we have been asked for. We are just going to hang on to it, no matter how long it takes to deliver all of these features, because these are not variable. We are just going to ask for more and more money to keep going while the business carries on without seeing any benefits realized for all of this investment until everything, all of the features are ready. The triangle on the right shows that if we follow DSDM, for example, the triangle gets turned on its head by making the features variable. Essentially, this means that as soon as we have something that works, we release it, so that benefit and return on investment can happen a lot sooner. It also means we can fix the other elements of time, cost, and quality, so we always deliver a working solution on time and to budget. If this sounds like customers don't get everything they asked for, then it might be worth considering this quotation from an early adopter of DSDM. We got less than we asked for, but more than we expected, because we got exactly what we wanted. Well, that previous slide certainly sounded idyllic, didn't it? Unfortunately, it just doesn't work as a force of nature. For Agile to be successful, we have to have various factors in place for this approach to work. Fully embracing the DSDM approach and having a fully skilled and effective team that understands this is key for the success. Integrating development and testing throughout ensures that we deliver a quality product that is fit for purpose and works, whilst maintaining a fully open, communicative and transparent environment also needs to be in place so we all understand what's happening, what's being developed and what will be delivered. This will mean that the business stakeholders will have to take an active and ongoing role within the actual team itself to make sure that any decisions that are taken has that business input so the customer actually gets something that they want. The process model for DSDM looks different to the more traditional methods as well, although Agile projects still follow normal project life cycles such as pre-project, planning, delivery, and then closing. But this process model is designed more around the iterative development cycle, recognizing that in Agile we will have multiple releases, and we develop the solution as we move through the project. So the process model is designed to be more cyclical than what we would sometimes regard as a traditional project process model. It's also based around having enough design up front, moving on as soon as enough is known, rather than staying in one place until we've exhausted all possibilities and ticked all of our boxes. Of course, processes will include activities, and activities will need executing by people. So there are various responsibilities generated by the process model we've just seen. The responsibilities are managed in units known as roles, and this particular DSDM team model shows the roles involved in our DSDM project. We can see that the interest areas of the business, technical, management, and indeed the project process interests as well are represented here. We notice that the team model is very heavily biased towards the solution development team. With empowerment being key within the philosophy, the team is configured to have roles based around all of the stakeholders involved in the project. So when daily decisions are taken by the team, all these interests can be taken into account, particularly the business interests. Deliverables are evolved around a working business solution. So the business involvement is absolutely key at team level. There is still a need for management products, even in a DSDM environment. However, the approach to them is more focused around their formality. The Agile Manifesto states that a working solution is preferred over extensive documentation, and that is the approach we have here to our management products on a DSDM project. Not all of these products will be needed for every project, and the formality is determined by corporate governance and standards, as well as any contractual requirements we might have with third-party organisations. Progress is really demonstrated more by the delivery of products in an agile environment rather than the completion of activities. The outcome here is more important than the output. The delivery in a DSDM project is achieved by segmenting the solution development into short sprints of work, known as time boxes. Typically 2 to 4 weeks in length, these time boxes are prioritised in much the same way as the features for the whole project. So if we have a delivery target of 12 weeks, we can accomplish this with 6 2-week time boxes, or 4 3-week time boxes, or even 3 4-week time boxes. It's entirely up to us at the time when we plan the project. These time boxes then will always deliver on time, and any non-deliverables, because don't forget we have feature flexibility within Agile, are added to the backlog for the next time box, which is again prioritised for its delivery. So prioritisation then is key to an Agile project. This is achieved using a technique known as MOSCO. This allows us to analyse the work that's required and categorise it as either a must-have, should have, could have, or won't have this time requirement. Must-haves are absolute. If you can't deliver a must, then you may as well not carry on. Should-haves are very important, but a working solution can be delivered without them. It's just that we might need to work around the situation in the meantime until we can actually get the should-have delivered. Could-haves are regarded as nice-to-haves, and won't-haves will not actually be delivered within this particular time frame, but can be considered for later inclusion. It can't be emphasised enough that understanding this technique is crucial to the successful implementation of DSDM or any other Agile method. To support all of the areas we've just looked at then, we have these 8 principles which define the environment in which it will all operate. These 8 principles support the manifesto and underpin the philosophy, so we have the right environment in place for our project to be working in an agile fashion. As you can see from this particular slide, the principles we've just seen are at the hub of what happens in all of the areas we have looked at during this presentation. And that was a very brief look at some of the areas covered on the APMG-International Agile Project Management course. I hope it was interesting for you, and I look forward to maybe meeting you on one of our training events in the future, if you want to learn more about Agile and DSDM further. You may even wish to become accredited at either foundation or practitioner level. FGI is a long-established provider of training and consultancy in all areas of change management, program management, project management and service management. Our training consultants are fully experienced change and service managers who have used the frameworks they train for real. They're fully able to demonstrate how these frameworks work in real life and how you can get more value out of your training. Please feel free to visit any of our social media sites on Twitter or LinkedIn, where you can find discussion groups to join in and network with our FGI alumni. If you need to know more details or wish to book on any of our training events, then please visit the website or send us an email. The details are here on this slide. Finally, I would like to thank you for watching this short presentation. Please feel free to watch any of our other videos here on our YouTube channel. And until next time, goodbye.